My name is Robert Evans, and I'm a Sony artisan of imagery and the host of The Pixel Show. As a Sony artisan, one of the privileges we get occasionally is to test out new Sony gear. About a week ago, 1 week prior to WPPI and the announcement of the lens, Sony sent me the new E Mount 135 1.8 G Master and asked me to create images and put this lens to the test. I was super excited about this opportunity as I have been waiting and wanting this lens for a long time now. I own the 135 1.8 A mount that I love, and I've used the lens ever since I first started shooting Sony and A mount cameras back in 2012. When FedEx delivered the lens, I ran to the door like a kid on Christmas morning. Once I unpacked it, I put it on my A7R III, and now I needed to shoot something. It's winter here, so I knew snow images were definitely going to happen. I started shooting images around the house. I shot images of my cat. I went out and about and shot some scenic images. And then I knew I needed to shoot some portraits, so I turned the camera on my kids and their friends. I also decided that I wanted to shoot urban images at night so I could see the bokeh that this lens produced. I shoot a lot of sports, so I knew I wanted to try this out at a sporting event. So I took the 135 G Master with me to a hockey game and to see what the 1.8 aperture looked like when I isolated athletes on the ice. When Sony gives me these opportunities, I always want to try to exceed their expectations. So I knew I had to put something together epic. I couldn't just shoot images around the house and basic things. I wanted to shoot people, and I wanted to shoot it outside in a snowstorm. I'm known for my wedding photography, so I figured it had to be something wedding. So I decided I wanted to shoot bridal fashion outside in the snow. The weather, especially snow, is very unpredictable. But we got lucky and we got 9 inches, and I captured some epic bridal fashion imagery outside at the Minnesota Landscape Arboretum. In order to be able to shoot in the snow at a 1.8 aperture outside, especially to get the lighting and look that I wanted, I had to use a neutral density filter. So I added a breakthrough technology 3-stop neutral density filter to the front of this lens, and I used my Pro Foto B10 light for the ease of use in this challenging environment. My overall impressions of the 135 1.8 G Master are just wow. This lens is everything I had hoped it to be and more. The build quality is what you'd expect from a G Master lens. It feels solid in your hands, yet it's not as big or as heavy as I anticipated. The clarity is amazing. This lens is sharp corner to corner. As a matter of fact, when my daughter saw images of herself, she said, "Oh my gosh, you can see everything." The bokeh is stunning. The shallow depth of field is soft and buttery. You almost have to shoot this lens at f/22 to have everything in focus in the background. It focuses fast, and the eye autofocus works great. I tested this out, and I can get as close as 22 inches to my subject and still have a tack-sharp focus on the eye. I think this is a game-changing lens because the image quality is just stunning. The bokeh was beautiful, the backgrounds are soft and buttery. Every wedding portrait photographer, anybody that shoots people, street photographers, they're absolutely gonna love this lens and want to put this on their Sony cameras.